question. Do we genuinely own our ideas, thoughts, and feelings? Or do we merely believe we do? Contemplate for a moment. How authentically free are we in our expressions and choices? Many of us are familiar with the term propaganda. But what is propaganda? Propaganda can be defined as the systematic spread of biased or misleading information with the aim of promoting a particular idea or ideology. It typically involves persuasive communication to influence people's opinions, ideas, or behaviors in favor of a specific agenda. A famous person known for his use of propaganda is Adolf Hitler. He and other politicians used propaganda to dehumanize the enemy. History books and articles often tell us the reason people were easily manipulated during the 20th century was because people couldn't access information themselves. People would go to the theater, watch movies, read books, newspapers, but these were all controlled by the government, so they couldn't get news from around the world. Therefore, every nation ended up believing in whatever was shown to them. A famous example is during the World War II. Radios were only found among the upper class. But Germany's Minister of Propaganda, Goebbels, initiated a campaign. The German engineers designed very affordable radios to reach every segment of the population and influence them. They were very successful. Even when Germany was losing the Second World War, Germans were in the streets celebrating, thinking they had won because they were so influenced by propaganda. Today, unlike the 19th century, we have lots of different resources to access information. However, does it really make a difference? Think about the content you encounter daily. News, ads, social media posts, these are all forms of modern propaganda. They're designed to influence opinions, beliefs, and behaviors. But how aware are we of their impact? Even if we put news aside, can't you see that even advertisements that are supposed to be only advertising products contain propaganda? Think about the harsh beauty standards and the increasing number of plastic surgeries that are currently being normalized. The idea that we should all look the same, and if not, we should do everything possible to fit these beauty standards, is being forced to us by these innocent-looking advertisements. Like George Orwell said, all art is propaganda. The importance is to distinguish between good and bad propaganda. So, what is good propaganda and bad propaganda? Good propaganda, if we can call it that, is not seen as often. However, it serves a constructive purpose. It might aim to raise awareness about social issues or inspire positive change. Take, for instance, talking about the horrific violation of human rights in China and Ukraine. These kind of propaganda appeal to people's conscience, benefit society, and encourage positive change. On the flip side, bad propaganda tends to manipulate, deceive, and promote harmful ideologies. Political propaganda that spreads misinformation, divisive narratives, and discriminative beliefs falls under this category. Recognizing the motives behind the message is crucial in understanding whether it aligns with the betterment of society or if it serves brainwashing or discriminative purposes. As we navigate the world of propaganda, we inevitably tread into the realm of philosophy. Philosophy, the art of questioning, holds the key to unraveling the deeper dimensions of the narratives we encounter daily. Although we do not often hear of propaganda and philosophy in the same context, philosophers from Plato to modern thinkers have grappled with questions of truth, ethics, and manipulation of information, long before the word propaganda was invented in the Catholic Church during the 16th century. Instead of propaganda, Plato spoke about rhetoric, which is the art of persuasion, which he contrasted to philosophy, the love of truth. In his book Gorgios, Plato leaves little doubt that rhetoric aims at domination, not instruction, and is therefore intellectually and morally unacceptable. Quoted by Socrates, the rhetorician Gorgios, stating the rhetoric has the power to persuade the multitude, is left no choice but to admit that it is an art that does not give knowledge, but belief without knowledge. Philosophy becomes our compass in this age of information overload. It encourages us to question and analyze the narratives presented to us. It prompts us to consider the broader implications of the information we encounter and empowers us to be conscious consumers of knowledge. So, you might be wondering, how can I be a conscious consumer of knowledge and reduce the influence of propaganda in my life? To reduce the influence of propaganda in your life, prioritize this one action. If a post or story triggers an immediate emotional reaction, whether positive or negative, it doesn't necessarily mean it's propaganda, but it's a sign to pause and ask yourself, does this represent the full story? Are the facts aligned with the sensational claims? Why did the content creator choose such a provocative approach? If you can't answer any of these questions, listen to your doubts and save your social media energy for something else. As we conclude our video, Remember that philosophy isn't just an academic pursuit, it's a guide for navigating the various complexities of our world. Thank you for watching!